Hey bestie. We're in a different spot. Welcome to episode 2. We're not on the couch. I just felt like sitting up here today. Because I can, and it's fun. I'm drinking lime soda instead of a martini. I was going to make myself a martini, but then I realized I had quite a big night on Saturday. And I feel like I should give my liver a little break. So we're having a little lime soda, but I do have some water here. Stay hydrated. But, yum. A little bit of lime soda. I love lime soda, it's good. I mean, I'm using this really cute cup tumbler thing that my friend got me for my birthday last month. Really cute, love it. It's my favorite tumbler at the moment, of course. That friend knows me so well, thank you. Love. Yeah, so I have nothing to talk about. This is just in the interest of being consistent, because in the last episode, I was talking about the irony was not lost on me that the first episode of the Ship Shape podcast was on a whole entirely different channel that I was going to make a whole brand, making its own thing. I've decided that's not what I'm going to do. But the first episode of that was me just making pizza in my kitchen, talking about how I just needed to start so that I don't get caught up in the perfectionism trap and then not be able to, do videos and actually deliver on this project that I wanted to do, which is the podcast, because I'm too caught up in perfectionism and needing to have good content. And so episode 1.5, which is the first episode on this channel, that first episode is actually linked. Sorry, the camera just moved because my dog kicked the leg of the tripod. Excuse you. I realized that if I try and plan things out, if I try and make it, something tangible or whatever, I'm always going to be trapped in I need to do this before I film. Or I need to do this before I set up. I need to do this before I write a script. I need to do this before, and I'm going to get trapped in that spiral and cycle again. And given that I'm trying to do the 365 days of content on TikTok, where, yes, sometimes I do miss days, but some days I put out more than one video, so I think we're making up for it. In the interest of maintaining the consistency from TikTok to YouTube, I want to just make videos. I just want to sit here and talk and create a space where this podcast can actually be, because sometimes I'm not going to want to do the podcast. Sometimes it might just be a video that's not this, and that's fine too. But the interest in maintaining this YouTube channel for the very first time in 15-ish years, like, this channel hasn't existed for 15 years, but my time on YouTube has been probably even longer than that. I don't know when YouTube started, but I did have a channel pretty early on where I was making content, and I could just never maintain the consistency of it. And now I want to maintain the consistency, so I'm doing my best just to stay consistent. And just staying consistent sometimes just means showing up, like going to the gym. Sometimes I haven't planned anything, and sometimes I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't even want to go. But that's why I actually go to Planet Fitness, because they've got the 30-minute workout room, which is like a circuit, and it takes all of the guesswork out of anything. Like, if I don't really know what I want to do, I'll just go in there. Yeah, sure, it's half an hour, but, sometimes that spurs me on to do the round again, or I'll go, oh, actually, I might go and do legs while I'm here. I might go do push-pull arms while I'm here, or I might go, do a little extra cardio while I'm here, whatever it is. Or like, hey, I want to get my steps up, it's the end of the afternoon, I might go on the treadmill for a while and just get my steps up, right? Cool. So that's why I go to Planet Fitness for that, because I really like the 30-minute, I call it the circuit room, because it's a circuit workout room, the circuit room. What grinds my gears, though, are people who go into the circuit room not doing circuit. Like, I'm doing the circuit. Like, actually, I don't care. I don't care when people are in there and they're not doing the circuit, but stay out of my way. Please stay out of my way. Today, when I was in there, a lady was just jumping from machine to machine, doing no weight, just kind of like do, and then moving on to another machine. I'm like, babe, do you? That's fine. But clean down the machine. She didn't have a towel. and she wasn't cleaning down the machines. The whole point in Planet Fitness is it's accessible to everybody. So if you forget to take your towel or you don't have a towel, it's not like you have to buy one or you can't work out. There are cleaning stations everywhere in the gym. You just grab like a little blue cloth, or you get some paper towel, you spray it, and you wipe down your machine so that if you don't have a towel, you can still stay hygienic. I use a towel, but I still wipe down the machine afterwards. I think it's weird, like, to not wipe down the machine afterwards, and also I feel weird not using a towel, but I get the whole purpose of it, right? It's to make it accessible for everyone so that everyone can come in and work out. It's a no judgment zone, and that's why we go to Planet Fitness. But I really like the Circuit room, and the problem with the Circuit room is that people want to go in there because it's secluded, and I get it. When you're out on the floor there, it can kind of sometimes feel a little bit intimidating, especially if you don't really know how to use the equipment or like whatever, you're a beginner. This room is secluded, there's nobody in it most of the time, but if you're not following the rules of the Circuit room, please stay out of the way of the people who are following the rules, because it's very annoying when you're doing sets, and that's my next station. Like, I'm in there doing the circuit, like I'm following the rules of the room. If you're going to be in there doing sets, that's fine, but please stay out of the way of the people who actually are doing the circuit, because that's what the room is designed for. If you're going to do sets, then there's equipment out on the floor for you to do those sets. That's the whole point. Like, this room is secluded and very much like dedicated to a 30-minute circuit workout. So when you're in there and you're not doing it, it gets really annoying when you're in my way. Other people feel the same way. I know this isn't just me. It's really frustrating. In that room, I've definitely encountered people who just don't know how to use the machines. They're confused, they don't know what they're doing, they're new to it, and so they're in this little secluded room, so they're not going to get judged by people. Very often, if I see people who look really confused, I'll ask them if they want any help, because I do know how to use all the machines. I actually met this really nice old lady the other day, and she's like really confused looking around. She goes, "Oh, I just want a machine that's going to help me with these." And I'm like, "Do you want the good news or the bad news, babes?" I have bad news for you. But anyway, I showed her all of the arm machines, and things that would work her lats and her triceps, and how to use those machines correctly, and how to use the circuit room as well. Is it like, if you don't want to, think about your sessions and what you're doing, do this room and this is how to do it. I'm more than happy to help people out. I don't do it like unsolicited. Like, I very often see people using equipment wrong. If they've got headphones in or they don't look approachable, I won't do anything. I have seen a man really trying to work out the leg extension machine, and he looked really confused, and I just kind of waved at him, and he looked at me, and I just kind of mimicked the what you have to do, and he's like, "Oh, thanks." Then he figured it out and started doing it properly. He's like, "Thank you." So sometimes it's situational. It's situational. Sometimes I will try and help somebody. Sometimes I won't, because it feels like they don't want help. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just the energy in the situation. I'm not giving unsolicited advice, but sometimes I feel like, I was like, do you want some help? It's fine. The amount of people I see using a lat pull down, not using their lats at all. It is not a bicep machine. It's a lat pull down machine. But anyway, I digress. Anyways, that's my rant for this episode. Anyway, last episode I talked about something. It was a brand I created. Before we move on, I need to do that call to action thing. Do you go to Planet Fitness? If you do, comment down below. Tell me what you think of the little 30-minute circuit workout room. Do you use that? Is that a thing that you do? And what do you think? Do you see people in there kind of doing it wrong? And what are your thoughts on it? If they're doing it wrong and they're kind of in your way, how do you feel about that? Or do you try and help them out, or go, "Hey, you don't because a lot of the time people will be like, "Hey, are you using this?" And I'll be like, "Actually, I'm doing the circuit. So that's my next station," whatever. Let me know. Comment down below. Remember, no judgment, no bias, and no prejudice. Comment with kindness. If you are incapable of doing that, don't comment at all, because I'll just delete it. I'm not even going to argue with people. I'm just going to delete it. If there's no kindness, I'm gonna delete it. I'm just gonna hit the delete button. That's just how that be, and it just won't be seen. And then you'll be like, why did you delete my comment? That's why. Anyway, I was talking about my brand. Last video, I said that I had a problem with creating brands, because I do. I have several brands that I run, and most of them actually do things. Like, I've got Sharkbait Studios, I've got my theatre company, I've got the Tide and Timber Apothecary, and then I've got Obsea and Self as well. I printed out their little reset kit that I spoke about in my last video, and I did it. I spent a few days. I spent the 3 days doing the ritual reset, and I really like it. I think I created something really useful. I'm really proud of it, because it really did what I wanted it to do. It wasn't hard. I set, 10 minutes aside a day. I sat here with my coffee in the morning, and I did the journaling parts of it. And then the little ritual parts, I just made sure that I made it a part of my day. Like, day 1 is like a soak of some sort. Like, it's supposed to be like a saltwater soak. But they're all scaled, so to give you an idea, day 1's prompt is a saltwater soak, and it's actually scaled. Every single day has a scaled activity. Like, it's not meditate for 20 minutes or, get this crystal and burn that and put a piece of paper in salt water so you can earn money. No. None of that woo-woo garbage. If you're a manifester, then you know about the recent one, which was writing something down on a piece of paper and putting it in salt water. Garbage! If you're a manifester, you know what I'm talking about. You saw it. You've seen it. It's just, rituals are great for helping you get into the mindset of manifestation. But that's not what we're talking about. None of this has to do with manifestation, because anybody can do it. You don't have to, be into meditation. You don't have to be into manifestation or spiritualistic stuff or anything like that. Literally, day 1's ritual is a saltwater soak, and the first one is like, go beach. Go and touch fucking sand. Like, there's touch grass, well, touch sand. I'm an ocean galley. I actually don't like the feeling of grass under my feet. I think it's icky. So when people say, you need to touch grass, girl, no, I do not. I will melt down just a little bit more. I don't like the feeling of grass under my feet, especially bare feet. Ick. Sand, though. Sand, yes. Salt water, yes. Waves, yes. Love that shit. That's my jam. Love it. That's my sand. So literally the first one is go beach. If you can't go to the beach, it's put some salt in the bathtub. Just put it in there. You can add some other stuff, add some essential oils, blah, blah, blah. If you don't have a bath, like me, I don't even have a bath. And the beach is like 20 minutes away. And the day I did this, it was belting down with rain. Would I still go to the beach during the rain? Yes, I would, because I love the beach, because I'm the pirate girl. Like, I'm the ocean farer. Like, all my tattoos are pirate tattoos. Like, come on, man. Like, I love that shit, but it was 20 minutes away. It was belting down with rain, and I was like, I don't want to go anywhere. I want to be in my house. So what did I do? I got a container. I put some salt in that, because I didn't have, like, one of those foot spa things. What I'm thinking about doing is, like, putting, like, a little, like, set of links together where you can buy stuff to help you with this stuff. But the whole point is that you can do it without that. I literally just got a tub. It was a tub from Kmart. It was $5. And it was like a foot soak kind of deal. I don't have a foot bath, so I just put some Epsom salts in there with a little bit of peppermint oil, and essential oils. I've got like a whole bunch of stuff back here. And yeah, I just stuck my feet in that nice hot water, and I just was journaling and having a nice time, and I had a drink. It was lovely. It was lovely. I don't usually like being damp or moist in any way. But that was actually quite nice. So, yeah. And then you've got day 2. You've got your journal prompt and your next set of resets. Like your next little ritual. Again, scaled for accessibility. It doesn't matter what you have access to or how much time you have. The whole point is that you can do all of it. And I went through all 3 days, and I really liked it. I printed it out so that I could do it physically, because I really like the cathartic nature of pen, hand, write. I really like that, but you can always download the PDF, because we email you the PDF. It's not some, thing that you have to download this, download that, and do this app and Google review here. Nah, none of that shit. You put your email into the to the thing, you email, and then we send you an email with, here you go. You just hit the confirm download thing, so we make sure that we email the right person. confirm download, and then you download the PDF from there. Dunskies. And it's just a PDF, so you can download it into GoodNotes, Notability. There's a few Android apps you can download it into as well. Or you could just print it out the way that I have. I just scaled it to like A5 and print it out on 2 pieces of paper because I'm cheap. It's actually not that bad. It's just I just wanted it to be on less pieces of paper. Yeah. So, and I really enjoyed kind of doing it. The reason I actually did print out this size, because I wanted to actually put it into my sketchbook. I wanted my sketchbook to be a sketchbook and journal for my 7th one. So, I printed them A5 so that I could cut them out and put them in there. That's the real reason I did it. But yeah, it worked really well. And the whole point is you don't have to show up perfectly. You don't have to finish it perfectly. You just have to kind of show up for yourself, because it is for yourself. Showing up softly for yourself is something that's actually really hard to do, especially when you get caught up with looking after everybody else. It literally took 10 minutes out of my day to journal, only because I wanted to write more, and you don't even have to write it down. You can literally just read the prompt when you get into your car, and then as you're driving along, think about it. That's the whole point in this. You don't even have to write it down. If you want to write it down, it doesn't have to be special. And I think the whole point in this is making sure that you're not doing it to a capacity that you can't continue. It's only 3 days. It's free. Do it. Links in the description. Click on it, download the reset, have a go. Let me know what you think. You can reply directly to the email we send you, or you can tag Obscene and Self on Instagram and TikTok. So that we can see your experience and share it as well. We'd love to see it. I'm getting some really good feedback from it, so I'm really excited, and I'm really proud of this, and I'm looking forward to using the feedback from this to create a full journaling ritual kit like this, but that's a bit more extended. It's not just 3 days, it's extended anytime that you want to do it, or whatever. I'm looking forward to creating more products like this. And I've got some pretty big ideas for Obscene Self. I'd really like to partner with some wellness brands, like Australian-owned wellness brands that I can sort of partner up with, and then maybe even eventually have our own physical products. I'd really like to do like a loungewear line. Like, I love this hoodie. This is one of my favorite hoodies. They, like, with Sharkbait Studios, I do custom hoodies and shirts and all that sort of stuff, but I really like this one. I got this from my dance studio, or one of my 2 dance studios, at Mad Dance House in Brisbane City, and I really like it. They use the same brand of hoodie that I do for my customs, so at least now I know that I like it, and I think I want to get one like of this color and put like the Obscene Self shell logo just on the front and the middle, and maybe put like Obscene Self on the back or something like that. I think that'd be really cozy. I'd like to make like some matching sets or something. That would be really cool. But we'll see. But I would like, that's something that I'd like to do. But let me know in the comments whether or not you are going to give this a go, and what you think that we should add to the Obscene Self wellness brand. I would love to do like a clothing line, like an active wear, and maybe like a lounge set. Maybe some skincare. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it all that much. I mean, yeah, I have. I've even looked up suppliers, but I'm trying to be consistent, and being consistent means not going too hard and fast too quickly, because if you start off too quick, it's hard to keep up, right? So this time I really limited myself to 1 product, which is free. It's free. You can just go and download it, which is awesome. And then I'm going to create my next product, that's going to be like a bigger version of it. So if you liked that, you may want to get the bigger version, which will not be free, because I'm going to put a lot of time and effort and energy into it. So, but yeah, I'd like to do physical products as well as digital products. So that's sort of next on the agenda. But let me know what you think, and what you think maybe we could add to it that would be good. But yeah, so showing up for yourself and showing up consistently, I think is really hard to do, but you should do it. You should do it, even if that just means that you promise yourself you're going to drink more water today, or you promise yourself you're going to, not have any alcohol this week until your day off, if you're someone who comes home and has a beer after work, or, you know, whatever, or a glass of wine or a cocktail after work, whatever it is, promise yourself you're not going to until, you know, your day off, so you can enjoy a couple, right? Maybe you're going to promise yourself not to eat as many fast food places. You're not going to eat out as often this week. You're going to make yourself something that you really enjoy, even if it's a little extra effort. Like, just making time for yourself really softly I think is really important, and doing something different every day or every week, just to make yourself feel loved by you, I think is really important. And that's the whole point in this ritual reset, even, is just to show yourself that you're showing up for you. You're not showing up for everybody else all the time, because you're probably doing that every single day, every hour of the day. You're showing up for somebody else. It's time to show up for yourself sometimes too, and I think that's really important. Give yourself something to, like, promise yourself something. At the start of your week, promise yourself something that you are going to stick to. Whether that be, I am going to promise myself a self-care day this week, and you're going to work towards it. And when that day comes up, you have to do it. And the only reason you shouldn't is if there's an emergency or something really important comes up that, you know, you have to reschedule your self-care day. And if you can reschedule around it, great. But you still have to reschedule it. You still have to do it. You can't, like, just go, okay, well, we'll try next week. No. Do something for yourself. If you can't do the full day, you know, maybe make a deal with yourself that you do the full day next week, but you're going to drink more water for yourself tomorrow. You're going to, you know, properly give yourself an everything shower. If you know, you know. You know what I mean? Like, maybe not the full day, but you've got to do something to make up for the not full day, right? And I think it's, you know, a really good thing to do is to show up for yourself, because it's hard to show up for ourselves sometimes. But it's important to do that. It's like when you're showing up for a friend. If your friend isn't feeling too good, you try and show up for them. You're there for them. You take them out to lunch. We go for drinks. We eat ice cream on the couch while we sob to an episode of, I don't know, Bridgerton? What are people sobbing to these days? I don't know, because I haven't been watching a lot of TV, like new episodes of things. People are watching You right now, I think. But yeah, I just want to rewatch True Blood again, because I can never get enough of Vampire Beale and Suke and Eric. Anyway, I think I need to do a True Blood marathon. I really do. Yesterday was May the 4th. So maybe I should rewatch Star Wars. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Trauma. Not without friends. Anyways, I think this is a slightly shorter episode. I don't know. Is it? Maybe not. I feel like I've been yabbering on for a little bit. But anyways, I think this is probably enough. This is probably enough that we've talked about, and I think I could probably move on from here and, you know, maybe ask you what you'd like to talk about in episode 3. You know, like, I'm not as thoughtful and as, you know, wise as Leo Skeppy. So I don't always have something really awesome to talk about for an hour. But I did have this to talk about today. So download your ritual reset by going to the link in the description. Let me know how you feel about the Planet Fitness situation. You know, if someone goes into a room that's very much dedicated to a certain thing, and if you're not going to follow the rules, you know, like, how you feel about that. Remember to be kind to others, be kind to yourself, and stay hydrated. Show up for yourself. Softly. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just a little bit. That's all you need to do. But yeah. We'll see you next time, bestie.